Hey folks, it's Tom, your frugal prepper. I am out here working in the garden. I've been working on this all weekend. We've had some nice days. It's been in the 80s. So I decided to come out here and just get a head start on everything. I like to do this if it's not raining too much and you have a chance to till these up a couple weeks ahead of time or a few weeks ahead of time. The rains will come and it'll level this all out and make it nice and flat. And then it'll sprout any of the seeds that got up towards the top will sprout. I'll burn those with a propane torch and kill all the weeds. The pre-plant and the weekly feed is pre-tilled into this now, so it's ready to plant as soon as the weather cooperates. But probably this year I'm gonna have beans and lima beans back here. I might plant some peas. I might just do my peas in a pot up front. This is going to probably be all celebrity tomatoes and maybe a few other tomatoes in this bed. This bed's going to be probably half potatoes, half corn. It might only be a quarter potatoes and the rest corn. A corn that I'm growing is a baby corn. It's a Asian baby corn. I finally found an heirloom that grows well as a baby corn. That burpee baby corn bonus that I tried, that stuff was a nightmare. It hardly produced anything and it took all year long to grow. This stuff produces the baby corn relatively quick, and you can let it grow to maturity to save the seed, and whatever seed you have left over, it makes great popcorn. So I got that from California, from a place in California, and they sent me like a pack of 20 seeds, and it was kind of expensive, but only like 6 of those germinated, and the expiration date on them, they had expired a couple years ago. So this year I'll have some good fresh seed to throw down there and grow that. And then this bed over here is probably going to be all onions. Onions are good. I like onions. I love cabbage too, but I just never have any luck growing cabbage. The cabbage loopers always eat it all. So I just buy my cabbage at the store. I like to grow the things that grow well and do well for me. So I just never had much luck with cabbage. I know Charlie, How Happy Gardener, he has good luck with cabbage. I just never have. He is doing all my celebrity tomato plants this year and starting those for me, and he's starting some eggplants for me. So I'm going to have to make a spot in here somewhere for eggplant too. But I'll get it planted out and we'll figure it out. I've never had much luck with eggplant. The flea beetles always get it. But I've only tried a couple times, so I'm going to try some different varieties and different types of eggplant this year and see if I can get it to grow, because eggplant's a really low-carb vegetable that I can eat, that I like. And then of course I'll have all the spaghetti squash. Over there where the rendezvous is now will be my spaghetti squash farm. I just plant those in the corner there and just let them vine out. But yeah, it's coming along. I still gotta trim out here along the fence line and get the electric fence all tested and back up and running. But my main thing was to get these beds tilled and just get the grass inside cut and weed eat around them all. And I dug out all the thistle by the taproot. Less this year than there was the year before that, so it gets better every year. And I gotta get a new end for the hose. Got a bunch of stuff like that to do, but I'll get it all figured out. Get it all together. And these T-frames are starting to kind of lean a little bit, but I'm just going with it, man. Unless they fall over, I'm not worrying about it. They've been leaning like that for a few years now. But that's what my weekend's been all about. And taking the riding mower, I went through that and changed the oil and lubed it and sharpened the blades and just cleaned out the deck and all that stuff. I got that going, cut the grass, used my trailer quite a bit. I'll take you for a ride up front here and show you what's going on up front. Those are my solar batteries that are no good. Gotta get some new ones. Nope. Nope. It's gonna do this thing. Hang on. I gotta adjust the valves on this guy. she gets on the compression stroke, and then she don't want to turn over. One more. Oh, come on. Oh, geez. There. It doesn't hit that compression release valve because the damn valves need adjusted again. So I got all this remulched. I got all the weeds pulled out of it. Got it remulched for the flowers. And this is where I let my cucumbers and peas grow in the pots. So I went ahead and planted. I've got carrots in this one, peas in that one. And the carrots are the little Paristine carrots. They're a real short carrot. And then I've got cucumbers planted in that one. And I've got me a surprise sauce tomato plant. I've got my strawberries, and that also has some cucumbers in it. And then I've got basil, thyme, oregano, and catnip planted there. And then I just got everything kind of remulched. I didn't do any mulch last year, so it really needed it this year. So I'm just gonna let all that stuff grow. And I got my new flag. This is my Second Amendment flag. And I got my Don't Tread on Me flag. It's all wrapped around itself right now. And I like that flag. Actually, I don't have a regular American flag. I got to order one. I ran out of them. So I just put that up for now. But, yeah. Alright, we'll ride back to the shed again. So I got my light that comes on for the flag at night, so that stays lit up. Always keep a light on my flag at night. And then that's from my grandma when she died. That little thing, and I just kind of kept it. It's like grandma. I met my mother-in-law. It's my son's grandma. My mother-in-law when she died, and then I got the little solar light there, right there, that lights that up at night. I got my other solar lights. These are actually really handy because if you need a source of light and you got no electricity, you can come out here and steal these solar lights and take them in the house and use them to, you know, be able to see enough to go to the bathroom or whatever, you know. Nope. Alright. I really gotta adjust that valve. I got the valve cover gaskets ordered for it. Come on. There. Alright, I finally got it. I had to push it back here. Throw the battery charger on it here for a little bit. I think the battery is a little weak and it's got that compression release that's not engaging. So the way that works is the exhaust camshaft on those. Turn this fan off. Turn it down anyway. Turn them down. But the exhaust camshaft on those has a little spot, a little thing that swings out and basically, if the valve's out of adjustment, it won't hit it, and then it doesn't do the compression release. So you have to tighten that valve down, and then it'll do the compression release. And then once it spins up fast enough, that little thing flips out and it turns the compression release off. So sometimes those fall apart on the camshaft as well. I got another one. I got all the spare parts for it, but I hope I don't have to split it open and replace nothing. I think it just needs a valve adjustment. It's done this before. In fact, I got the mower, it was doing that. So, is what it is. I'll get it fixed. But hopefully I can at least start it up good enough to drive it up here in the shed and park it for now. And then we'll get that fixed. I used to have another valve cover gasket up here, but I don't think I have another one right now, so I ordered another 4-pack. Because that valve cover gasket that's on there, I kind of, last time I had it apart, I kind of glued it on there with some gasket adhesive, because those things always like to leak. So I'll destroy the gasket getting it off this time, I'm sure. But so hopefully those will be here in the next couple days. I'll get that adjusted and fix that. But you can just see what kind of weekend it's been, you know. And I'm using up that can of gas because that was from last year. All my other cans of gas that are stored under here are all new. Got some extra propane. Got a freezer full of meat. That's the third freezer that's out here in the shed. Got my little propane heater thing. Got a couple of propane heaters. Got backup air conditioner. Got a big fan. You know, just got a small generator. Got the big Jenny in the garage that'll power the whole house. And I gotta get those generators out and run them here pretty soon too. And that's what my little tiller, my little rototiller thing that I use to, I use that to till up all those beds. It's so much easier than that big old gas tiller I used to have. Especially working in those smaller beds. That thing is perfect. It does the job really nice. I really love all my Ryobi tools for yard work. Usually use DeWalt tools for mechanic work, but Ryobi is great for yard work and like tools that you just use once in a while. I mean, if I was a professional lawn guy, I wouldn't want Ryobi, but it's great for the homeowner, you know. And you don't have to worry about starting them. I do have a big gas-powered weed eater there, which hasn't been started since last year, but it runs pretty good, and I can actually use that when I have a bunch of stuff to cut down. But normally my little 18-volt Ryobi one does just fine. It's just fine. So anyway, this is kind of a tour of my shed. I got my electric mower now too. That's the 40-volt, and I got an electric leaf blower. That electric mower is nice. I cut all that area out there really high and then went back over it really low or lower. And I was cutting for a good half hour, 40 minutes. And I still had 2 bars left on the battery out of 4 bars. So the battery's still at 50% after all that. And I'm actually using a generic replacement battery. I got that for 40 bucks at a garage sale, but it had a bad battery. And I spent like 80 bucks getting a replacement generic Chinese version of the battery from Amazon. And it's run great. It's super easy to use. Just unfolds, it's light. You got the little adjustment there on the side for your height, so you can just move that lever and adjust the height. I actually really like that motor. They make the 18-volt ones too, but I hear the batteries don't last long in those. They don't have much power. But I do most of the stuff with the riding mower. I just have to mow that little hill up front and mow around the garden with the push mower. That's it. So it's perfect for me. The Rendezvous got heater line leaking. I tore the intake off of it a couple weekends ago to try to clean the carbon out of it so that you stop getting that EGR flow code. And I cleaned a bunch of carbon out of it. I thought I had it flowing good enough. I put it all back together and it came back with the same code. And now I got that one of those quick connect heater hoses leaking. So I got to chop that hose off and just put a T in there or put a coupler in there and 45-degree piece down. I'm not going to replace that molded piece of crap quick connect hose that they come with. I'm just going to chop it off and make my own adapter. But yeah, there's Wesley up there. Wesley, why don't you go inside and put some pants on? You're getting a little old to be running around in your underwear. Even if your shirt is long. Kids, I'll tell you. But, yep, that's what's going on, folks. There's one seat from the rendezvous. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm tired of working. I'm tired. I'm just talking. So I'm going to let you go. I'll talk to y'all later. It's time for Fuel Prepper.